Brad here, and I just wanted to share with you how to change the brakes on this Surron mobile here. A lot of people like the H03Cs. I ordered some different ones. I'll show you those in a minute. But you need pads, some basic tools, which you should already have. Don't be an animal like me. That clip kind of just came off because I went to Titan take this off filming and totally forgot that it was there. So that's why we're starting over. But take that clip off, and you don't have to remove the wheel or anything. All you got to do is take the little screwy job out. In my case, it's a 3mm. You might have a weird Torx thing. Take this out, save that pin and things. I'm throwing stuff in a parts tray, and then just pull this whole little package right on out. Gravity's going to fight you here on the rear. On the front, it's not so bad. Maybe I should have planned ahead and had a pick in my hand. We got these little nose picky things, and my brakes aren't bad, but oh man, they howl, and especially after that little beach trip I just took. But save them because they could save you in the future, or if you know you're going into a situation that's going to be mucky and muddy. I will definitely throw these pads back on and save my nicer pads for normal street riding. Oh, there she is. Come on out of there. So yeah, you want to get the pad out, kind of generally inspect everything, and doing it this way, you don't have to mess with any of your adjustments. So next step is going to be to I hope this keeps recording. It looks like it is. Take some sandpaper. I've seen people use a range of stuff. I like lighter. This is 400 grit, but you just want to go around, and you don't really want to go circularly because that's you're trying to break the pattern. So I kind of go like at an angle and just go around. If your brakes are dirty, obviously clean them up before, but all we're doing at this point is cleaning them. And you want to do that, and you're trying to get a nice little cross-hatch scuff pattern going on in the brakes. One, to get some of the old material off, especially if you're changing pad compounds, brands, all that. You're trying to get that stuff off, and then you're trying to give a new cross-hatch and an area for the new brake material to bed onto and help the bedding process. So do that. The next thing you're going to want to do is I got a handy-dandy if you order brake pads from Amazon, they'll probably ship it in a box big enough to use. But I save cardboard around and just cut something up like this. Hose your brake pad out real good. You can use isopropyl alcohol, brake parts cleaner, or whatever. Be careful with the stuff because it will eat seals, paint, all that. So when you're done, give it a little blow dry with the air compressor if you have it, or use something else or whatever. But the whole trick is get it clean. You can even use just soap and water at this point. Take it outside, scrub it down real good, and then when you're done, just wipe it with like isopropyl here. The trick is not getting any oils or anything on. If your pads are not all the way like flush back and retracted, mine are, because my material is pretty good on there. You might want to gently pry them back. Be careful, these pucks could be a composite material like a Duralin or some sort of like fiber injected plasticky stuff. So don't be mindful you don't chip them. A brake lever, something plastic. I have these cool body tool things. So just clean one of these up, something like that. Again, you don't want to contaminate things. It's not super critical on the pucks of your disc brakes, but on like our brakes, we have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to push all 4 of them back in out of the way. Just take your time, be mindful. That's also why you don't overfill your reservoir, because as your brake pads wear, your reservoir drops. So whenever you go to check your reservoir on your brakes, cars, whatever, it's in relation. If your pads are wore, that reservoir's down. So if you put new pads on, you push those pucks out, it's going to fill that reservoir. So anyways, do that, clean it all up. Just try to stay sanitary with things. Run the whole world over here, getting into position. And then next thing, I guess we'll shoot you guys from this angle. I promised to show you the pads I used. There's these guys, Galfers. I've had good luck with Galfer in the back. The e-brake pads made a lot of sense, so it's the FD426G1652s is the whole part number. Um, but yeah, it's just the same. You know, you can kind of, again, just don't touch. You could touch the backing plate, but it's the same, you know, silhouette or whatever as the ones. And you could get the Shimano HO3 ones, but I don't do heavy downhill, so I don't feel the need to have that uh, the fins and everything on them. I don't like the fins sticking out. To me, that's just one thing more to hit, bang, break off, whatever. Um, so yeah, I that's another reason why I went with these pads. I'm not a big fan of those. All right, so we got our brake pads here. Um, you want to get this little spring tabby's ears. Don't touch the brake pads. See how they're laid down like that. Again, you could use gloves. Should probably be using gloves right now, anyways. To just have it all up like that. Um, I think this one needs a little tune up. See if that fits pads a little better. The little strains. There we go. It's like shuffling cards. You got to hold everything from the edges. Um, so yeah, you want everything lined up. Kind of build up your little cartridge like that. Tangs all down in the right places, and then it kind of helps hold it open if you just hold the back and then slide her in. Again, trying to keep it all together. I'm kind of mainly pushing on the spring because that's pushing everything first. And just kind of coax it all in, keep it square, and then get your screw-in device and the little brake post stud keeper thing, and snug her on up. And again, this don't hold the bite together. It don't even hold the brakes on. It holds this pin in place. So you're just literally, this is where it stops, and I'm giving it like an eighth of a turn, like just the slightest amount, just to snug it up. You just want to keep it from rattling, getting loose, that sort of thing. The next thing you want to do is find the one you didn't destroy when you took off the rear wheel on camera, and take the little keeper again and just push it on. It's actually going to be easier for you because I'm trying to not be in the camera's way. And just get it on, and if it feels floppy, feels loose, you could reach in behind, and you just want to give these a little tune up. Just squish the little ears together. Um, you know, you could always replace it with a simple E clip, Jesus clip, whatever you want to refer to it as. Just reach in there, wheel on a spot you work, and just give it a little, just a snugging. Again, it's a two-step process, so it's still wiggly. I didn't collapse it. You collapse a thing and it won't work right. But just a little snugging gives a little tune-up. I really wish brake kits came with these. That would just be awesomer than heck for me. But so anyways, springy's all clipped, all done. Set the pads. Works pretty good, and then go out and bed them in. So bedding them in is just transferring brake material, the new material, onto the refreshed rotors. So you're just want to go out and just slowly drive, just on a slight downhill, or just with a little throttle on. If you're at a flat area, if you're in Kansas, just keep a little throttle on. But just on a slight downhill, and just drag the brakes, just easy. Do that 3-4 times, and as you feel the brakes starting to increase, grab a little more, pick your speed up, 10-12 miles an hour, and then go a little bit faster, and then just do that for, it only takes 5-10 minutes to do. Just build them up. Don't get your brakes hot. That's not what you're trying to do. You're just trying to transfer material. So just nice, and don't grab the brakes or anything, just nice just kind of pull it down a few times, and that's all you need to do. So anyways, guys, that's all it needs to do. It'll take you less time to it took me to do this video for you to do it yourself. It's pretty simple, and I can't attest to how good these pads are or how they compare. I think that's rude to do when you have no baseline in comparison and you've only set one set of pads, or only putting the pads on the guys on YouTube or Facebook or whatever said to put on. That's kind of not a good way to do it. Try some pads out. They're not cheap, but then again, you're going to go through them. So every time you do something, just try different ones. Anyways, Adventure Brad and Shackleton, that you are out.